Hello, Blue Tip is the one and only Icebound Glaceon, and if you're wondering, yeah. So now that that's archived, no, just kidding. They're a friend. If you want to go check them out, please feel free to do so. They're a heck of a lot better than me at Beat Saber, and I know I've done a few Beat Saber videos on this channel, so yeah. I could also put their link in the description. And welcome, Ethan. Yes, I should have launched Scrap Mechanic first, but I don't know. I was watching her stream for a little bit because I got home about like 6 minutes ago. So yeah. So today's video will be a piston walker, and by a piston walker, I mean it'll have a piston engine or a couple of them. One for each side to go forward and back, so you can have both of them running in parallel to go forward, and vice versa to go back. And then if you'd have them in opposite or alternating directions, then obviously you'd either turn left or right. Obviously I could just, do some timing magic and just do the pistons themselves instead of having to rely on piston engines, but why not? Yeah. Actually won't be too bad. Surprisingly, it won't be too laggy because the amount of bearings actually used will not be too bad. So, yeah. I'm actually just going to minimize the stream and my Steam and hope that my goddamn computer loads. There we go. It better be ice or it'll look stupid. Oh. Oof. Sorry, I was just reading Discord. Alright, let's see what else do we got going on here. Oh, in the last stream I actually did finish the AI challenge. Don't mind the hole in the wall, that's not actually there on the finished one. I've also added more lights than just the one there. I've also added lights that turn on when you go up the elevator, because that is an elevator there. Since I had to upload it multiple times, I did make a dev route. Good luck figuring what it out. I will give you a hint though. It has to do with A, one tick pulses, and B, the elevator. Good luck figuring it out. And I'm only saying this now because, yeah. Not going to show up in the last one. Was it yesterday in the stream? Oh yeah, and I finished the... This is the unpainted version. Yeah, see, it leans right when you turn to the right, and leans left when you turn to the left. And only uses one suspension glitch, which is mainly used for the back axle there. And obviously, doesn't cause too much of an issue. Also, when the back axle there is compressed, you'll notice it tilts a little bit more. Actually, that back axle is way too stiff there. Why is that back axle so stiff? What the fuck? Oh, I know what's going on with this one. That's why it's causing a suspension glitch. Yeah, I realized that afterwards. It's just... Okay. So this should be a lot more... Oh no, it's still doesn't fall as fast, but yeah, you can see the back axle actually flexes now. I know I didn't do a video on this. I didn't really spend much time building it, and it wasn't really something I had planned, but as you can see, it flexes nicely. And it still tilts when you turn, so it doesn't ever flip and it doesn't need any sensors, so yeah. And the steering is a lot better than it was before. Since it does tilt into the turn a little bit. Not much, but enough. So, but yeah. And it should hopefully level itself out. You'll see whenever the back suspension compresses, it levels itself out just a little bit, which isn't too bad. You have to be moving, obviously, so the rougher terrain, the more balanced it is, unless you're going up and down hills and turning a lot. I still have yet to compact that. Okay, now let's get started on the actual vehicle. Oh yeah, there was a reason I had Discord open. Let's see, this is the modified version. Will I be using this engine? Yeah, I'll use this version. I never understood why it likes doing that. There we go. And yes, this does cause a suspension glitch, but with pistons. So I'm actually going to open Discord. I'm going to look at my general chat, because I believe I posted a GIF earlier. Oh, that is not my chat. Technically, it's ice. Huh. It's probably slush. Do-do-do-do, because I'm going to be going off that GIF. There we go. Okay, so the way I see it working, let's just build a test rig. So I'm going to do bearing, and this is pretty much all we're going to use right here is that. Just for the initial test, of course. There. Perfect. I'm going to actually shave off 3, 5, 7. And we're going to increase the length by about the same. There we go. So the first one we're going to put right in the center. I assume that's the center. I could be very well wrong. It's an easy way to tell though. You just do that, that, and that. And you go. That's. So clearly not the center. Was one off. Okay, so the mechanism we want to make will look a little something like that, and I believe he has his going out by 4 on each side. So it's 7 wide here. And then he has a bearing there, and this goes into about 5 blocks, and into a bearing. Oh, he inverted it. I see. So I'll have to accommodate for that. Because usually this would be there, right? But this right here is actually attached to a rig that goes up and down. Let's just watch the GIF again so I got this right. Yeah, so he has not attached to this part here, which is interesting. I actually was not expecting that. But now that this is on a lift, we can actually just weld it directly to it, and everything but the middle will be perfectly fine. But I'm actually surprised it has enough flex in there. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do that. Super number logic, oof. Alright, so for this though, we are going to do a little thing up here. I'm also going to do that, and I'm also going to move it out by 1. I'm going to have a bearing. Did I forget how this works? Okay, let's go down a little bit. Because apparently I'm a dumb. Alright, so this is supposed to go here, there, and there's actually supposed to be a piston right here, which welded to the both, and that'll be leg, which means we can attach, technically, this part here to that part there. And obviously this is a dumb design, because that's not going to work, because I is dumb. Forgive me. There's a reason I pushed it out by 1, and I completely forgot until just now. And I literally just did it again. Well, in a different area. I don't know why I forgot how to do my leg. Kinda dumb. So let's actually extend these by 1. First 27 characters, damn. And we also have to make sure that... Actually, would this be welded to there? Let's watch the GIF. be. It looks like it's free floating. Because it looks like is welded there. So I will try here first. Just to see. But if it's not, then well. Cool. So now the only bearing we should have to power is that one right there, and it should move 3 legs. Which means we'll take this, we'll take that, and we have to use something with a lot of torque, which is either a controller or a piston engine. So I'm actually going to set this to 90 degrees, put it on infinite rotate, and put a switch. Well, it looks like she works perfectly fine, except for these don't extend as far as this one. Again, this is why I like the new method instead of the old one. But that explains the tilt, though. But now how do I get these ones to extend as well? Can I make a flying caterpillar? Lol. Okay, as for this, though, I am tempted just to put this over here instead of over there. Just to, make it 1 block shorter. So I'm gonna try that. If it doesn't work, again, oh well. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, it should literally just be like that. Actually, this I can still put. I wonder, does that change anything if I get rid of the bearing there? Oh, it does not. Wow, that looks weird. That looks a lot closer to what he had, though. But those legs do not run in unison, though. And it jitters a little bit. So I think I will actually weld this part to here. So let's try this again. Yeah, that looks a lot smoother. Now to see what it looks like with suspension. Obviously I can make more compact suspension if I needed to. Another thing we gotta test to see if the piston engine I'll be using actually has enough torque. Hopefully. For now though, what we'll do is we'll actually, instead of cut it directly down the center, which would be right here, we're actually going to cut it 1 left of that. Right here. And we're going to save this as temp leg. Save! And we're going to load yet another one. Nice thing about doing it this way is all I have to do is delete that right there. And weld this. It's right there. Now I can get rid of that. Apparently he doesn't want me playing the game. There we go. I will also delete that section and that section. I kind of want to make it shorter now. Actually, you know what? We'll keep the 3 blocks on each side. Pretty sure it's 3 blocks. If not, oh well. Oh, there, that is problem. I don't know if you guys noticed what I just did, but I did. I accidentally welded it to this part here, not the actual main body. And then we can take this. Now that's got suspension on it. And let's see if she works. That does not look like a happy camper, so what we'll do is we'll actually put this one to 90, and this one to opposite 90, and that should be a little bit more level. We'll also reduce the suspension. So let's see how terrible this walks. Oh, and I'm also going to delete that and hook that up directly into there. Let's see. Wait a second. Those are not supposed to be in unison. What's going on here? Alright, now let's try this again. It looks so derpy. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll make it a little stronger. I was just putting them on the weakest because since there will be 3 points always touching the ground, you don't really need as much suspension strength, but that should be, for this weight, should be really good. Remember, this is also going to be much faster because our piston engine does move a lot faster than that, so we might have to increase the weight. But that walks really weirdly. Another thing I want to try, before I forget, is I'm actually, well, you know what, actually, twimp, god damn it, leg. I'm going to save, override, and I'm also going to delete that, and I'm going to delete that, extend this by 1, and extend this by 2. Wait, what? Oh, did I not put it in the direct center? Did I have to extend this side by 3? 1 longer, there. Apparently I have to extend it by 3. Which kind of works out perfectly. Other than this being... yeah. Wait, that's not... okay, what am I doing? I was right by saying 2. I just apparently still can't do math. Which is not a good sign. How many times am I gonna fuck this up? Jesus Christ. I'm thoroughly... oh, it's because this moves 1 out this way, so I have to add 3, not just 2. Because this has to get 2 wider, and this has to get 1 wider, so that means the total result has to be 3 wide. Okay. Glace was just being a dumb. That makes sense. I mean... that makes sense. But we already tested it at, you know, that length, so we're also going to test it at this length. There's that, and last one. Okay. So I don't know if that will move slower or faster, but we'll see. Yeah, I want to increase the speed. That's way too slow. Just gonna quadruple the speed. Because remember, the piston engine's gonna move a hell of a lot faster. So... well, it works. That looks so derpy. Oh my god. We're gonna have a piston walker that walks like that. I fucking love it. Oh my lord. Look how derpy that is. Look how derpy that is. Oh my god. Look at it go. Look at it trotting. It's fucking going. If you notice though, most of the weight is on the back there, which could be a problem. Because it is perfectly balanced weight-wise, and all the pistons are, I believe, in the center of each. Yeah. Huh. Bearings going up and down there. Those look like they're going up and down. Might be rotating a hell of a lot more in the back. But it's not too bad for just only 2 bearings, moving all of that. And if you notice, the bearing count is only 14. It beats working, yeah. So we have 6 moving legs off of 2 bearings, with only 14 bearings total. So that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. I do feel like making these ones a little stronger, and I'm curious how that will walk. Oh my god, tiptoe. Doesn't even walk on his front legs. Okay, now let's try increasing those and decreasing these. Oh my god, he's hopping. But he is using his front ones a little bit more, but the back ones are still being used a little too much. A lot too much force on the back ones. So I'll have to tweak with that when we get to the final design. Okay, so now I'm going to save this as temp leg again. And we're going to have to run it all the way back over here. I could just ride it the way back, but I don't know, you tell me, which looks better? Because I've rotated it, so now it should move that way. This. Right? Or this. Because to me, they honestly look the same. I don't know. Instead of having that gigantic bit right there, I prefer simplifying it to just that. So, yeah. Same, his is just heavier, yeah. But there should be more than enough room here for 2 piston engines. So the piston engines can go up to here, so we can actually make this a hell of a lot more compact if we want to. Like, it doesn't have to be this big. I could just make a little bug that just walks around like that. We're also not going to be using the 4 variant. We're going to be using the 3, because the 4 variant is way too fast. Also, I deleted a block I really didn't need to delete, but I did because I'm dumb. So, let me just place that back. There we go. And, okay, so the main torque is going to go into this part right here, because we're going to have the sensors on the inside. So we're just going to have 2 little sensor columns. I could also just do the new method and do a wheel, but, you know, that's way too much effort. But yeah, as I said, we could literally have the engine go up to right here. So, yeah, that will be a thing. Actually, I'm curious. If I put a piston and a bearing right here, I could probably have this piece rotate. Oh. SMD Dwarf? I've never seen a guy with that name yet. Huh. Might have to make a new world just so nothing gets broken. Because remember, there's stuff in this world that can't be saved. So yeah. Oh, and also I gotta set the angles of these to 120 since now we only have 3 pistons. There we go. Yeah, it's a really old design. Okay, so now to put it into the walker. So let's actually get rid of these. And there's, as I said, there should be more than enough room left. Wow. Okay. That is a thing. Oh. I was gonna say. Wait, your game crashed when I spawned the... Huh. That sucks. Let's see if I can actually run the piston engine like that. Cause I'm actually curious if I can. So if I can, that's gonna be cool. Okay, so I should, since I already have this saved, I should be able to delete that, and that. And all of that up there. I'll just make some room. And I'm going to weld this piece. Oh, let's actually get rid of that and that. We're actually going to weld that piece to... Oh, look how nicely that's going to fit in there. That's going to be actually really nice. Damn. That's a really nice fit. I really like that. You're rejoining now? Okay. As I said, do be careful on the kind of stuff you spawn in, because there are things that cannot be saved in this world. So yeah, as I said, just be a little careful. Or not saved in this world. Whoops. God damn it! How many times am I gonna have to trying to weld this? There we go. Which means we have more than enough room to put that there. And we're actually going to use this little thing here. Yep. You're not an a-hole. See, here's the thing. I am. Oh, perfect. Welded it right up. And now we just gotta weld that to there. We got a bearing. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. But see now, we've got to fit another piston engine on the other side. So I believe it goes in by 4 blocks. So this is actually going to fit in quite nicely with this design currently. So that's not too bad. So I'm just going to remove that, remove that. I'm also going to... Oh, do I need to delete that one too? Yeah, we'll just delete just in case. And I do have to modify this to be a little bit more like the other side. Having the bearing right here instead of on the other spot. You son of a bitch! Why have you forsaken me? I totally fucking clicked it. How come it won't let me fucking... There you go. Jesus. I'll try rotating when you got that little bit on there. I hope me welding like that didn't break the pattern. If so, then oops. Because it does actually have to spawn in a very specific orientation. Otherwise, it will not like to work at all. Oh. Looks like I didn't have to delete these parts here. There we go. So yeah, this should be more than enough room to do the little bit in the center there. And we can also put in whatever offset we want, I believe. Hopefully. I said hopefully. But yeah. The only problem with this is you're going to notice how far those piston engines are to the ground now, which could be a slight problem. I could also move it in by one block, I guess, but yeah. And I could also rotate those as well, but I kind of want to have it like this. Unless I wanted to make it, you know, again, make it flat. But, yeah, kind of like this. So now to see if this actually works. So I am going to save this. We can see how many bearings we're at. We're at 32. So this is below the 40 bearing limit where things start to lag, which is good. We still have to add the doors and any slope pieces, so yeah, it should be really, really nice. Okay, so now to add the activation method. So for going forward, this is going to be a little odd. Oop, there we go. Wonder if he spawned something or if I was lagging. It's probably just me. Okay, so we're going to do that, and that. We're going to put a... not a switch, we're going to put a button. We have that hooked up into that, which goes into that one, and that one. This one's going to be hooked up into that, and that. This one's going to be set to repeat. And I believe we want to have both of them, or all of them set to... oh, this design actually might not work because it's going to hit the ground. Well, shit. Let's actually do this a slightly different way. We're going to go like... oops. Oh, I could totally glitch weld them on the inside and have them go from both sides. Oof, that's tempting. But no, I'll just do it the lazy way for now. I'll just carve that, and carve that, and might as well carve that. Actually, we have to go further. We have to go even further beyond. Okay, so we'll do that one, that one. I wonder how Kyoko's doing. Kyoko was the one that was streaming that I mentioned earlier. Oh, this goes way too far down. I didn't even have to carve that. You love it. It's not too bad for something I spent a half an hour on. I'm just sad that there's only like 4 people that sub to it. 'Cause it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Remember, it does lean into curves. It doesn't require any sensors. It's already on the workshop. Just download it from there. See? See? Okay, now it's at 8 subscribers. Last time I checked, it was at 4. But yeah. You can also increase the engine speed to be able to do wheelies. And it's just called motorcycle. With vanilla in brackets. Yeah, so those do have to go a little bit further down. I'm going to extend a little arm here temporarily, just so I can get that last piece put in there. This thing seems like it's going to lag, actually, which is not a good sign at all. I don't know if we're too close to something, but let's see. Almost know some... Okay, no, it's fine. It's just me. Okay, so we are going to hook up that one to... Actually, let's see which one's forward and back first before I do that. So we do want to take the paint tool. I'm going to put it over here because I'm weird. I believe these are already set to, yeah, white. So we will paint these white. And this one's already hooked up to there, which means this one will be testing that and that direction, which means we just have to have them push in by one, which isn't too bad. Then we will go up here, we will place down a saddle. Cool. And we'll hook that up into the button. We're also going to hook up the seat into that controller there. And let's see which direction this turns. Ooh, that is not a good sign. I wonder if it just doesn't have enough strength to rotate. So it is fighting a piston there. Remember, it's piston engines literally fighting a piston. Oh, and it's also currently stuck in the ground, apparently. Oh, that just goes right into the ground. Interesting. It just consistently puts 2 legs in the ground. Huh. What if I just lift it up? Okay, it doesn't get stuck in the ground, but does not have enough strength, which is a slight problem, which means we have to use the old design for this right here, which I am actually not a fan of, because now the only way we can do this is to delete that. Delete that. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to have... I don't even know if I can do it on this one. Actually, it should hopefully be fine. Remember, it's not going to have that bearing in the center there anymore, but I am going to have to do that. Oh boy. Just because piston engines are apparently weaker than a goddamn piston. But controllers are stronger. Much, much stronger. So let's try this method, which is the old method. And now you see why I don't like that method. Especially when this isn't welded to that. I am tempted to do a little bit of glitch welding there. Just to be able to put a piston and a bearing in there. But we'll see. We shall see. Oh! You know what? Oh no. They just decided to go in the right direction by default. That's kind of nice, actually. That is way too fast. And that one already came out. And that's why I don't like that design, using a rod. Yeah. So the next thing to try. We can actually reduce the strength of my engine by doing that. So that should turn it slower. Oh. Apparently it's too slow. Now it doesn't even have enough force to move it anymore. Oh boy. Actually, I'm gonna extend that. I don't think I have those at the same height. You know, I don't. Or you try to hinge like that. Isn't that just gonna, I don't think that's gonna work. You just forgot a bearing, that's the only reason that won't work. And also you want it to do up and down, not right and left movement, unless you're doing a train. Okay, let's... Actually, you know what? Let's put it back to the default speed. I want to see. The one side isn't even turning. Oh, and there it goes. Okay, so I do have a slight fix for that. Slow down the piston engine. I will, but remember, it also, the only reason it slows it down is because it lowers the torque. That torque is actually, well, it's quite necessary. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do that. And you're probably thinking, what the front door? Oh my god. There we go. Apparently I have to click it more than once. Okay, and we'll do that. Actually don't know how far. Oh, I went right down to where I needed to. Perfect. Cool. So now what we can do by doing this is I can actually weld this part back. And then just do something a little bit like... with the front door, yeah. Makes cups. Why are you using... And also, you're going against suspension, not a piston. Oh, you're saying put them in tandem. So use two piston engines in tandem. I see. Oh my god, they already fucking popped out. Why? Why you do? The one engine's not even fucking turning. I might have messed up something on it though. Okay, so that's why this guy had that stupid thing like this. Oh my gosh, that still wants to fucking pop out. There we go. Okay, that should have well more than enough strength to be able to rotate that. Huh. Interesting. The fuck? You see my lift was still selected there, yet it placed a saddle. Oh shit, I forgot to save it before modifying it. Now I'm back to this. See, one of the things I was going to try is disconnecting this part here. So that part there and this part there, just to see if it had enough strength. Yeah, no save. But that was the only thing I was going to test. And if that didn't work, I was just say, fuck it, this won't work. But, because yes, a controller does have a lot more strength than a piston. Like, a lot more strength. You kinda did. Lol. And it's fine. Won't be too bad, actually. Actually, it's supposed to be... Yeah, no, that side. At least I know what I'm doing, so building it back won't be too bad. I said there's one last thing I was gonna try. And if that failed, then, yeah, as I said, unfortunately, this project will not be doable within the current... Well, I could use modded stuff, but I don't want to do modded stuff, so... Yeah. Cool. We place that there, we pick up this, and we get rid of... Okay, I have to extend this by... There. But yeah, I kind of like the motorcycle because it has a... Oops. Alright, that's right, I don't need that. Because it uses no sensors. So that's why I kind of like it. Actually, I believe I could keep those there. Because those were fine where they were. I can delete that bit there and just weld this. That is not the correct spot. I put it upside down. Fuck you. Why do you keep placing a fucking saddle? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. The fucking lift thing. It still tries to fucking rotate you with that mass. I'm gonna weld it to the... Oh, okay. I was just gonna weld it to that. So I could just bring it back. Wow! It's okay, you can unflip yourself. You don't even have to use the lift. You can just hold the A or D key, and it'll eventually rotate. It's how I designed it, so it can unflip itself. And do that one before I forget, and let's hopefully place the goddamn engine in the right orientation this time. Much better. So hopefully that's actually welded. It's actually a really easy way to check. Just do it again. Okay, so now we need to place another engine, and I will do that after welding that and that. And I'm also going to weld that to that. Right. Which actually means I could literally just do that and weld those together. Cool. Why? There we go. Jesus. Okay, just hold the D key. Just hold D. Why is he making it worse? Oh, are you rotating in the wrong... No, you're not even trying to rotate. Just hold D. To try to turn to the right, basically. Spinning the back wheel, lol. Bruh. Ah, fuck. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna double check that that's welded by placing it again, as a just in case. Yeah, those should be now hopefully in the right orientation with everything welded together properly. Again, hopefully. But yeah, the thing I want to try is actually disconnecting that there, so I don't know why I welded it. Cool, they're separated. Because last time we had it welded there, but before it was able to move without the bearing put there, it was just really inconsistent. So what if we do the best of both worlds? Cool. And looks like I forgot to weld a section, which is that there. And now what we have to do is we have to go like that's, nope, one further out. Cool. So now we need a button. I did place the saddle on top. No, I did not, so I still need the saddle. I also need a piston. So we go piston, 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 piston. Where are you guys spawning in? Actually, I'm going to do the opposite one, and I'm not even going to hook it up to the controller. I'm just going to do it this way. Because then hopefully I can actually remove one controller. Right, because if I can remove one controller from having to be used, I can just put it on repeat and hook it up into that one and that one. Have it extend by a block. Then we can just throw a saddle on the top. And obviously if we have the wrong direction, yeah, okay, so it's not going to rotate. Thought I would try without welding it. Because if you notice, these aren't actually welded to there. It's just completely relying on the piston engine. And I could try giving it just a little bit more of a kick, which actually increases the torque slightly, not by much, but slightly. So we could try that. I don't know if it's supposed to be on the bottom or top, but we're going to try the bottom for now. Because if we were to do the top, I'd have to paint the controller. Which may or may not be a problem. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Again, I haven't tried this version of the tweaking before. Okay, it does look like it's the top. But it also looks like the sensor can't see it anyways, so... yeah, it's at that important part of the cycle. So I would have to use the other version and use a wheel. Which would also mean I need 2 wheels. One for each side. Which is fine, I can always move the controller and try that. But it also means I need to put in a different piston engine. But then again, we don't even know if the piston engine... because it doesn't look like it has enough torque. It really doesn't. Because what I could literally do... because now that these two are locked, I could literally take this, put into both of those, take the controller. So this one to 90, this one to 90 in the opposite. So now that they're, you know, inverted from each other, and have them both rotate with forward. And you'll see the difference in strength between a piston and a controller. There is actually a difference. I am also going to rotate that and have the controller move this in the red direction. Because now they help each other instead of going against each other, because before it was going against each other. I think I set it a little too high. And now the stability thing. See if that helps out. Yeah, now it looks the same as it does before, except for it's got a piston engine. Just helped out by a controller. Oh, and apparently it's set to, oh. Much better. Now, it looks like it's piston powered. Oh, and I also noticed something else. Or is that just... no, that's fine. I was thinking I still had these on 90 degrees, but no, they're all on 120. Seems to be fine. It's just when it looks like this, I can only see one, can only see 2 sensors. But then I forget that one of them is literally going in tandem with that piston engine. Wait a second. I just figured out a way to fix this. I just thought of a really, really, really easy way to fix this. Oh my god. This is gonna work so beautifully. Oh my god. I didn't even notice until now. You see this block right here? It's in tandem with this here. And same for this side. Look at the rotation. It's literally in tandem. And you wanna know why? Wait, what do you mean a lot of people joined now? Wait, how many people are in here? There's only 2 people, right? Just you 2, right? So, the cool thing about this, that I didn't even realize, the bottom of this piston here can just be this here. I don't even need this. Right? Which means the output from this one here, the rotation of this, can go directly into this arm here. Mind blown. Like, holy fucking shit, that makes this thing so much more compact. Which means, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't even need that. Actually, you know what? Before I continue destroying more things, I'm actually going to save it this time. As if I fuck up, and, well, this is me we're talking about. I tend to fuck up a lot. But yeah, this is gonna work beautifully. Okay, who's shooting me? Peace knees, why are you doing this? Oh, there's 3 people here. Temp, leg. 2. Oof. Okay. So, if we lock these again to 90 and 90, we can see that, yes, they are in tandem. Right, so let's actually rotate this by 180. Let's see if that, yes, so that is now accessible. Right? Which means I'm actually going to, okay, so now that one's in place. I'm going to put this back to 90 and put this one to 180. Be really good if my vehicle didn't consume me there. Cool. But you can start to see that, yeah, they're pretty close to being identically in tandem there. Which is good, because that means I can just remove all of that. And then all I have to do is have this hooked up into there. Actually. Yeah, okay. And then we want this angle right there going straight into that there. Like that. And if I'm thinking about this correctly, that should remove our piston engines, or our pistons fighting against each other. Which should hopefully... Okay. So all of a sudden, these ones are not in the right position on this side, but on this side, it's perfectly fine. So that means this side is currently fighting itself while the other side is working fine. Another thing we can do to fix that is just by disconnecting that and disconnecting that, and then respawning it. There we go. Oh. What? Question mark? Why is this not... Okay, let's try, see, I have reverse setup as well. Cool. Alright, let's try unpainting that, that, that. Why is my piston engine not rotating? Okay, so let's piston leg 3. So let's just temporarily disconnect that, disconnect that, disconnect that, and disconnect that. Does it actually move? Yes, yes it does. And it moves really quickly. And it is moving in the right direction too. Actually, one of them's moving forward, the other one's moving backwards. Interesting. Oops. So let's just spawn in again, and I believe I'm actually going to have to, remember, this is all just temporary. Yeah, those are all at 120. Yeah, I don't know why that doesn't have enough force to rotate. Like, again, I might have to use the other piston design. But then again, this should be able to rotate. Maybe it just needs momentum. If we just put a weight. Or is it actually hitting something? Because another thing I could try is, you notice how the middle part here actually kinks? Right? I could give it a little bit of leeway by adding a piston. You're probably thinking, that's a dumb idea. It is, but doesn't hurt to try. So let's just try adding a piston to each side just to give it a little bit of room to extend, which should smooth out the action. Motion in the ocean, right? Not the size. Alright, let's try this again. As you can see, it does extend by a little bit, which is a good sign. And it is trying to move. Oh, there we go. That one turned for a little bit. So yes, now it just looks like we need to retain momentum, which is basically just add a little bit of weight. Just by doing that. Also, is someone lagging the game? Guess should probably be a little careful. Getting a little bit of frame droppage. Wasn't too bad, don't worry, but as I said, just be a little careful. So let's see if that fixes it. Ooh, that one wanted to turn. Okay, it does look like that is helping, so I will add just a little bit more weight. I believe wheels are heavyweight, or are they medium? Oh, they are heavyweight, so we could just literally use wheels there. Let me just... Ironically, we're gonna have wheels. Oh, there we go. That side wants to move. And now that side wants to move. Now if it was consistently both sides. Now let's just add a couple more wheels. I could also just use bigger wheels, but then it would look like they're moving the thing, so... I guess we'll try bigger wheels. Which means I am actually going to extend that, and that. And I'm also going to delete those. And I'm going to put wheels. Cool. I think actually I'm going to do... Because I'm weird, I'll do that. There we go. Looks like that side wants to go. I'm gonna try something. I don't know if this will work, but I am going to try. I wonder what happens if I just add a teensy bit. Not a lot, just a teensy bit more torque. Don't know if this will work, but it's worth a shot. Almost looks like it just needs a kickstart. Actually, I could just use wood there. The next thing I kind of want to try is only doing, instead of back legs, just doing only the one side. I said that'll be the next thing I try. I don't want to give up on this, I want it to work. Ironically, it does look like that helped. Alright, let's try even more weight. Oh, she sent me another lolly picture. Does it rotate off the ground? Yes. Oh wait, actually, that is a very, very good question. Let's try it with that many wheels. Because I'm assuming it should. That looks like a yes. But it also looks like they're in kind of. Well, no, they're working kind of. Looks like the wheels are spinning at different speeds, though. But yeah, I think this can be solved by using the other engine, because it does have a smoother rotation. I don't like how they're moving in tandem, though, and they're also moving at different speeds. What is it hitting? So I can't see, because obviously I can't look below me, because I don't fucking know what's going on with the camera angle. Can also bring this in a little bit closer here, because I can put this on the inside instead of having it on the outside. Just makes it, you know, a little bit skinnier. So that's one thing I can change. But I don't know why it doesn't want to, let's see if I try to smooth it out even more by increasing the weight on the ends. Well, that sounds a lot better. Yeah, let's try that then. So I'm gonna actually, instead of doing it directly like this, I'm actually going to modify it just a tad. Not a lot, just a tad. So this part here, it's actually gonna have bearings right there. And then we'll do some pipe pieces. And we'll have that extend from the top of this piston. Which means I am actually going to have to change which piston that is. So in this case, we are going to use this one here. Okay, that actually came off. Which is slightly concerning. Oh. Oh my god. That's an actual thing? You guys can't even see what I'm seeing, but I don't think you guys want to see what I'm seeing. As much as you think you might want to, you don't want to know what I'm seeing. Why are gates not consistent anymore? Did they change something? What do you mean? In which context? Yeah, it literally could just be multiplayer. Alright, so now that I've somehow managed to forget to place a piston in there. See, it should be max distance, 2, max speed. Yeah. And we need the sensor to go directly upwards. Yeah, I didn't know what she sent was an actual thing. Like, huh. I'll take it. Okay. 2, max. And then we add... Use you one. My god. I'm gonna go to hell. You've come to murder me. Okay. Don't crash my game. Oh, this one hasn't been properly adjusted. Because these are both still going into the same ones, which is not what we want. Can you, like, not, please? Thank you. Huh. I did lighten the weight. Oh, I forgot to put in the pistons. Derp. I shortened it, but then I forgot the little fix I did last time. There we go. I said, I'm going to jail. Okay, so that... Oh, wow. Okay, did I put these to 3? I did. Let's see. Hey! Ah, I almost had it there. Oh my god, come on. Just need both legs to move at the same time. Literally, the easiest fix would just be switching the engine. Then I wouldn't have to have these massive weights on the end. I could do smaller weights if I just switch the engine used. And it's a simple fix, too. The only thing is this one is more consistent when it spawns. But the other one is less consistent when it spawns, but more consistent and faster because it has more torque, because it has more consistent torque, which means it can maintain a better RPM. But it does rotate off the ground. We can watch that here. See? If you notice, they actually move much better now that I lowered the weight of those. Oh my god. I'm going to jail. I could even further reduce the weight of the legs, which I don't know if that would change much, but I can. As you can see, it does move nice and smoothly. So I'm thinking is just to reduce the weight of the legs, see if that helps. And I could also change which piston engine is used, but then again, it won't spawn correctly every single time. But even the fact that it's running with a piston engine is, you know, not too bad. Basically, if you guys are wondering why I said I'm going to jail, I'm borderline sexually harassing someone. Borderline. And by borderline, I mean not really, because, well, how do I put this? They're worse? If that makes any sense. I'm just gonna do that little bit there. And I'm actually going to do that there. Again, just reducing the weight. I don't know if that will help. It's certainly increasing the complexity, which will make it slightly more laggy. But I don't care. You guys having fun over there? Okay, someone pinged me on my server this time. Who is pinging me? That was a little close to this. Okay. So you're gonna reduce the weight that way. I'm just, you know what? What happens if I delete that block and that block? careful. And just do that. Okay, now it's terribly front heavy. Okay. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm actually reducing the weight on this thing. And moving the weight to the back. It just looks like it's crawling along the ground. That was beautiful. Do it again. It's like, help me. Watch it go. Help me. Oh my god. Okay, I think that's enough for this project. Guys, please delete the stuff you've spawned. At least keep, you know... I'm hurting it. Oof. If it has feelings, I'm concerned. But yeah, it's time to clean up the stuff you guys spawned. Guys. I'm ending the stream, so, yeah. Later on, I'll swap it out for a different engine to see if that helps out. But yeah, since that was a, well, in my opinion, a failure, unfortunately, I will have to use a different design, which means I will be ending off the stream. If you guys like the video and or want to see the finished product, just let me know. I can always put it in the description of this video here. I would recommend making a rocket. Well, if this wouldn't work this way, I doubt that would work. And I've already made a quadcopter. If you guys like the bike, you can always check that out. It's on the workshop. I think it's not too bad. That's not gonna work that way. It's striking the seat along the ground. But yeah, you guys might want to leave the game. Just so it doesn't, you know... You know what? I'll just do this then. See you guys in the next video. Bye.